Hi everyone, and welcome back into the vault, deep here, down underground through the unassuming door. So welcome back in for this week's visit to the vault, the safe place for paranormal evidence with me, G Star. Hope you've all been keeping well. Before we get into today's content and what today's video is all about, I just want to share a few things with you guys. If you didn't happen to catch it on Friday that's just gone, I'll put a link in the description. Please check out the live stream that we did for Monte Zone. That was all about Bigfoot and Sasquatch. We were joined by special guest Dan from DG Investigates, his YouTube channel. We were going to be joined by Ben from 401 Files, but he couldn't make it. But keep an eye out because Ben is thinking about asking all of us guys to do a live stream on his channel all about Bigfoot in the UK. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. But if you didn't manage to catch our live stream, we were plagued with some technical difficulties for the first half an hour. But once we got past those and got going, there was some really good content discussed. We covered some of the Bigfoot footage that's been included in the vault so far in G Star Vault, and we also presented some new bits of content and material as well, so go and check that out. Also, just to mention here on G Star Vault, I've been introducing a new playlist, and that is Storytime. And the idea of the Storytime episodes is paranormal stories, but delivered in such a way that might help everybody who's watching to relax and de-stress and possibly fall asleep. They're very, very calming, hopefully, if a little bit scary in places, but all good fun. So please make sure to check out that playlist. And with that in mind, if you want to support this channel, we need all the support we can get. Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and please share if you can. And on the subject of sharing, we've got the Facebook page which you guys can follow us on, and on there you can message us as well and share any stories, photographs, video footage that either is coming from you firsthand, that's something that you've seen that you want to share with us, or something you've seen out there that you would like us to take a look at, because God knows we are getting short of content. There's only so much content that you can take from sort of different platforms online, so it'd be great to get some first-hand stuff from you guys and really share. So please, if you can, do that one. So what is today's episode all about? Well, we're going back to the UFO phenomenon, and we're going right here, right above me. Yeah, because for those that you don't know, Monte Zone and the Vault is based in Plymouth in Devon in the UK. And over the years, Devon, Cornwall, Plymouth has been a bit of a hotbed and a hotspot for UFO activity. There's a lot that would lean to support that fact, because, you know, something that's very common in the world of UFO phenomenon is the fact that a lot of this happens near military bases. I was watching a video that Ben did recently where he was talking about the commonality of strange activity near military bases, and we've got oodles of them down here in Devon and Cornwall. We have the naval bases, and we have a lot of naval activity out in the Plymouth Sound. That's both submarines and also frigates and vessels. We also have RAF bases, which are Air Force bases. We have army bases. We also have the Marines base down here, and there's a lot of wilderness both in Bodmin Moor and Dartmoor where a lot of military training takes place, because some of the conditions out there in the wilderness are pretty good good environment for these military groups to kind of put their training to the test against all sorts of conditions. It can get very foggy, very cold, very wet, and it's good practice. And so there's a lot of military activity that happens around in this area that could go a long way to explaining why it's such a hotbed for what would be considered UFO or UAP activity. Now, I've got not just one piece of footage, not just two, but I've got 3 pieces of footage to share with you guys today, all really recent, all taken in the last 18 months, all filmed here or in around directly around Plymouth, Devon. And as usual, we will play the footage as I've seen it, then we'll come back and I'll give you some thoughts, and as always you can put your thoughts down below in the comments. But before we start looking at the video footage, we've got to go down the corridor there. As I mentioned, if you were watching in the I think it was the previous G Star Vault, if you were watching that one, I was talking to you about where the other rooms were in the vault, like for example the video archive. So if we're going to look at videos, we need to go to the video archive, just down that corridor and to the right. So follow me, let's go. Welcome to the video archive room. I know it looks a little bit like the Xavier's School of X-Men, but I assure you it's not. That's the video vault down the end of the corridor there. So let's get into these 3 pieces of footage then. So the first one was filmed 4 days ago, just 4 days ago, on the 21st of January 2022. It was filmed at night over an area of Plymouth called the Victoria Park. It was a foggy night. That's about as much as I'm going to tell you right now. Let's go straight into watching the footage. And I must add that all 3 pieces of footage that I'm showing today are not the greatest of quality. I'm really sorry about that. I will do what I can to make them a little bit better, but check this first one out. So I did warn you that the quality wasn't good. And before we deal with the elephant in the room, I just want to say that this footage does remind me a lot of the footage that we shared on the G Star Vault a few episodes ago. I think it was episode 14 maybe, I don't know. And that was some footage that was shared by a viewer on our Facebook site, as I was talking about earlier on, which we'd love you all to do. And that was footage that was from Warrington. And there was several people in the comments to that video that felt that it was spotlights or a laser show of some sort. And that's the elephant in the room, that on this footage online, a lot of people are instantly saying it's spotlights. And, I can't really disagree with them. However, there are a couple of things to consider. You do see the lower part of the ground, and again, you can't see the source of the lights and where the spotlight's coming from. I can't find anything that was happening on January the 21st that would have, like a concert or an opening event or something like that. However, this is Victoria Park. Could this be some ships out to sea that are doing some military exercises, etc., etc.? Again, the only other thing that really goes against the spotlight is just how vast across the skyline these kind of spotlights kind of move. If they are spotlights or the light, whatever it is, it just dart from one side to the other, and it's quite a big amount of space. very quickly. And again, you can't see the source or the rest of the beam of light. But again, I did a video just a few videos ago that was UFO versus drones. And this could be drones, but I do think it's more than likely spotlights. But let me know what you guys think. As usual, put your thoughts in the comments. Right, straight on to the second piece of footage, and this piece of footage was filmed by a gentleman called Gordon Porter on October the 14th of 2021, so roughly about 3 months ago. This time the footage was filmed above Central Park, not to be confused with Central Park in New York, Central Park in Plymouth, and check it out.
When it's not bright, it's a red dot.
Okay, so this one a little bit more interesting, right? A little bit better quality, still not the greatest. As I mentioned, it's filmed over Central Park in Plymouth. At first, there's elements of it that make me think lighthouse because of the way the light is beaming. And we do have a lighthouse in Plymouth that is based on the Plymouth Hoe. Quite famous, red and white striped. I'll share a picture of that now on the screen. However, again, it's not something that's generally lit up and it's not that bright, so I'm gonna kind of put lighthouse out of the kind of conclusion on this one, and justifiably so, because those that live in Plymouth would agree with me that you don't sort of see that kind of light emanating from the lighthouse in Plymouth. And what's interesting about this footage is that the intensity of the light changes quite a lot throughout the footage, and it's going off and on and off and on, and the speed at which it's doing that changes as well. I wouldn't kind of preclude again military exercises going on in the Plymouth Sound, something aboard a vessel, or again I considered helicopter on this one, but sort of doing a search pattern. But again, the light is so static that it would be very hard if that was coming from a helicopter. This one has me a little bit perplexed, and I need to look at it a little bit more, and I would be definitely interested to hear your guys' thoughts and comments on this one. What do you think it was? Let me know down below. And we need to get on to the third and final piece of footage, and this one is very strange and mysterious.
What is that?
Okay, so this one was filmed in July of 2021. It was entitled Aliens Flying Over Plymouth. And I think it was entitled Aliens because it's more that it looks like a figure rather than like a vessel or a ship of any kind. And it was filmed by a gentleman by the name of Joseph Cutter, who's 33 years old. He filmed it on a Saturday night, early evening, from his garden. We haven't looked at ACART's analysis on each of these footage, but definitely on this one, on reaction, you see him moving around the side of his building to carry on filming the object, whatever it is. I haven't got much to say about this one because really on this one I want to hear your guys' comments more than anything. I want to hear your comments on all three pieces of footage, so in your comments please put footage 1, 2 and 3. But on this one's over to you on the analysis on this one. Let me know what you think it could be and whether you think... Okay, so this one was filmed in July of 2021. It was entitled Aliens Flying Over Plymouth. And I think it was entitled Aliens because it's more that it looks like a figure rather than like a vessel or a ship of any kind. And it was filmed by a gentleman by the name of Joseph Cutter, who's 33 years old. He filmed it on a Saturday night, early evening, from his garden. We haven't looked at ACART's analysis on each of these footage, but the video, please like this video and subscribe to our channel and give us all the support, and please share and check out our Facebook site where you can share your footage, your pictures and your stories with us, and we'll feature it either on a Monte Zone, G Star Vault or somewhere on the channel, and we'll give you a mention. Anyway, thanks for joining, guys, and I'll see you next week when I reopen the doors to the vault and invite you guys in. See you later. Bye.